News Channel 5 on your side presents Kaleidoscope, focusing on people who make a difference in Northeast Ohio communities.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good to have you with me today. Heads-up certification and Browns field projects are only a few of the things keeping the Cleveland Browns busy this summer. Director of Community Relations Jenner Takancic is here to bring us up to date. And we'll also hear how the Republican National Convention will impact cruises on the Cuyahoga River this summer. On the broadcast today, we'll hear from the people of the Good Time 3. And the program pastor of St. Ambrose Parish, Father Bob Steck, is here to tell us all about the Fest 2016 and what to expect this year. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Leon Bibb, and so we begin with Kaleidoscope. Always be good to begin with Jenner Takancic. She's Director of Community Relations for the Cleveland Browns. Hey, Jenner.
Hey, Leon. Great to see you.
Good to see you, too. You're wearing your Cleveland Browns colors?
I'm wearing my Cleveland Browns.
Yeah.
Fall's just around the corner. It's almost football season, ready to go.
And we're ready to go. But
yes,
you are always ready to go with Community Relations.
Exactly.
Yeah, what do you got going?
We have had a busy spring. In May, we actually announced the Browns, through the Haslam leadership, made a commitment to the Cleveland Metropolitan School District. Yeah. I know when I'm on with you, we always talk about youth football and us, sharing the love of the game with those young kids, those high school athletes. And when in working with the Haslams, they said, let's make a real difference in Cleveland. Let's do something impactful, something that's never been done before across the league. And in May, they made the announcement that the Cleveland Browns would be installing 5 synthetic turf football fields for the Cleveland Metropolitan School District.
Yeah. And that's the Browns Field Project.
Yes, the Browns Field Project. And I'm very happy to say that everything is on track. The SCG Fields is working with us. They're installing the turf now as we speak. So at Bump Taylor Field, Rhodes Field, and at JFK Field on August 1st, we're on schedule to have those fields ready for the community to enjoy, for the kids to enjoy, and for kids just to have more access to play.
So when the kids get out there and knock them and sock them playing football, they'll be doing it on a quality field.
Quality field. We've made the upgrades that we needed to, and then there's 2 more fields that will be done by August of 2017. So we're really excited, and with these fields, there's a direct correlation with academics as well as the growth of children. I mean, there's a lot of lessons learned. It's a classroom in and of itself on the field. So we're really excited that the kids will need to go to school, get good attendance, get good grades, then they can play, love the sport, and it's also going to be lined for soccer and other other areas to enjoy.
Yeah. What's heads-up football and heads-up certification? Heads-up
certification is very important. When you think of youth football, you want to think of the safety of the game. So there's a certification process that the Browns are endorsing. It's administered by USA Football, but really what it is, it's putting everyone on the same page. And right now, the registration process is open for youth and high school coaches to become certified in Heads Up. So when they become certified, what that means is that these coaches who are certified, when they're working with your child, they're making sure they have a proper equipment fitting techniques. They're aware of concussions. They're aware of cardiac arrest. They're teaching the right forms of blocking and tackling. But right now, through July 22nd actually, is your time for these coaches to become certified. So if you're a parent, have that conversation with your coach. And the really nice thing is that there is a fee associated with it, but university hospitals, because it's their 150th anniversary, they are paying for the first 1,500 coaches who sign up to become certified in Heads Up football.
So there is no reason to not get involved.
There's no reason to not get involved. It's a nationwide program. You're going to be speaking the same language as all the other coaches, and there's that safety and security with it, knowing that your kids are learning from the best.
How do the coaches get certified? Now, what's that process?
There is an online process. So if you go to clevelandbrowns.com, you search player safety coach or go to the community section, you'll find all of the information you need. It's all spelled out right there. But very important, July 22nd is that deadline for university hospitals to be providing and covering the cost for high school coaches.
You've also got something called Mom's Clinic.
We have a Mom's Clinic. It's fantastic. Coach Chuck Kyle recently came on board to join us as a youth football advisor, and he will be leading a Mom's Clinic. We will be posting, the registration will be opening soon. Probably as we speak, it's open at clevelandbrowns.com. If you look at the community section again, you can register. But this is for moms to have those conversations with medical experts from university hospitals. There'll be some special guest appearances that we have. And then the moms actually get to go on the field and practice tackling, practice blocking, so that they can understand what their child is going through. So it's a hands-on experience.
Mom gets a little rock'em sock'em or a little bit on the side, a little bit.
Moms have a blast. It's so fun. It'll be our 3rd year doing it.
And Chuck Kyle is leading this, the award-winning coach over at St. Ignatius High School.
Yes, he's the one.
State champions and all of that.
He's amazing. Fantastic.
He is amazing, yeah. You've got a lot of things going. You still got your First and 10.
We have our First and 10 program. We just celebrated our 2nd anniversary, and things are going better than expected. Through the, as you recall, it's a movement for every year, give 10 hours of community service. Make the pledge through the Browns First and 10 movement. Share your story, wear your wristband. And through the first 2 years, we've had over 100,000 pledges. So we're excited. The movement's growing, and that equates to 1 million hours of community service. I know later on the program, Father Bob's going to be talking about the fest. Talk about volunteers needed. I mean, if you're doing something good in the community, share it, talk about it, make the pledge to give 10 hours of community service, and then while you're out there, social media, everyone's on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Use that hashtag Give10 and inspire others. What you're doing might give an idea to somebody else.
So, and you've got the blood drive, the annual Browns blood drive.
Yes, it's our opportunity for fans to give back. It's 16th year of our blood drive, and we've impacted had the opportunity to impact over 25,000 lives. We're partnering with the American Red Cross once again. This will be on July 30th, which is the first Saturday of Browns training camp. We'll have a host site right there at training camp, but it's also at 13 different sites simultaneously. So if you're in Sandusky, if you're in Massillon, if you're in Akron, there's an opportunity to give back through the First and 10 movement. Donate blood, give your time, you know, and you can help somebody else. You can help make a difference in someone's life.
And everything can be found on clevelandbrowns.com/community.
Everything you can find right there.
Everything
and
you've been
follow us
talking
on Twitter. I know that you guys put that at the bottom of the screen, so certainly follow us, get the information you need. But when it comes to youth football, when it comes to giving back to the community, the Browns are committed to the game, and we're committed to the community.
As Director of Community Relations, how do you keep all of these footballs in the air now?
We're a great team. We are a great team.
You're a great team.
Thank you. Yes, I'm very privileged and honored to work with so many fantastic people behind the scenes that are equally as committed to make a difference. Cleveland's a fantastic community, and there's so much opportunity, so many ways to inspire others, and we just want to do our part.
As we get ready for a new football season.
Yes, absolutely. It's right around the corner. Training camp's almost here. Give blood. Come out and support First and 10.
And we're going to go all the way this year. Why don't we do 16-0? Why don't we win 16
Hey,
games?
are you calling it now?
I'm calling it now.
Nice. All right. Okay. You said it first.
Jenna Tikancic, she's Director of Community Relations for the Cleveland Browns. One of our regulars here. Always good to have you on the broadcast,
It's great
Jenna.
to be here. Thank you so much, Leon.
Okay. I'm going to take a break. I'll be right back in just a moment. We're going to talk about Cleveland Summer Cruises on the Good Time 3, especially doing the RNC. They got something special after this. Welcome back to more of Kaleidoscope. You know, the summer, many of us will be showing off the best Cleveland has to offer, and Captain Rick Fryan of the Good Time 3 is no different. He's here to share with us how visitors will see the city from his perspective, and his perspective is usually from the bow, or certainly the captain's quarters of the Good Time 3.
Yeah, thank you, Leon.
From the helm. You'll be
right.
at the helm. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Okay. Good Time 3 is that wonderful boat that goes along the Cuyahoga River and out in the lake area, been around for many, many years. It gives visitors a chance to see Cleveland from a kind of a watery perspective, right?
Yes. Yeah, it's a different perspective. We tour the Cuyahoga River and, of course, the lakefront of Cleveland. We have revamped our narration. We've added a lot of eco tour to that narration. And of course, with the RNC coming up, we have some parties booked for that.
And we're looking at the Good Time 3, going along the Cuyahoga River there.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's we just passed through Columbus Road in this shot. And you get many perspectives of the terminal tower. In fact, you can see the terminal tower from all four sides on the cruise on the Good Time 3.
You've been doing this for some years now.
Yeah, this is my 30th anniversary, May 23rd.
For you to be in the up in the helm?
Yeah, well, for me to be on board with a company. I do have captains that, several captains that drive the ship or navigate the vessel.
Yours is an interesting history because you kind of grew up with this. This was all in the family, right?
Yes.
Your granddad began it, right?
Yes, my grandfather and my great uncle started the company. My uncle built a boat in his garage in Euclid and took it down to the lakefront, and my grandfather came down to witness this from his business on Prospect, and that's where the idea came up. And that was 1956, 57, and in 1958 we started with the Good Time. And
this is the third Good Time. This is the third vessel that the Good Time organization has had. Yeah. We can get a good meal on the Good Time 3, can't we?
We sure can. We have lunch cruises 6 days a week, and we also run a Saturday night dinner and City Lights tour. New this year, we have blues bands playing every Saturday night. And people are receiving it very well. They really like it. We do an annual blues cruise that's put on by the Cleveland Blues Society, and that is just a wonderful event. And that gave me the idea to hire some blues bands here in Cleveland.
I want to put a phone number where you can get more information on the Good Time 3 as we continue talking to Rick Fryan. He's the captain of the Good Time 3. 861-5110. That's in the 216 area code. We got that at the bottom of the screen. Or you can go to Good Time III. That's in the Roman numerals 3. GoodTimeIII.com. And you can, you can get linked up right there. Well, you love this business. Otherwise,
I do.
I know you make a buck. You make a buck doing this. That's what
we try to.
We all go to work to do that. But you love this business, don't you?
I do.
What is it that has drawn you into it?
I think probably the most important aspect of what I do is being able to be out there with the people, to show off the city, and to see their reaction to what they're learning about and what they're seeing.
Yeah.
And whether they're residents, whether they're from the suburbs or the city, or they're here from California, people are always amazed when they go on the Good Time and what they see of Cleveland. Their whole perspective, their whole impression of Cleveland changes.
And when the conventioners are here, I mean the Republicans and everybody else, when they are here and we're here and having a good time, I mean it's all part of that package that you're able to
Exactly. And just so you know, we don't just service Republicans. We're the vote of all people.
Well,
so
I understand that.
I just want to point that out because we are in a Democratic town.
Yeah,
but I think that week all of us are going to be Republicans. Isn't that how it works?
And we're opening up the doors. We have opened up the doors for the entire town, so people can come and have a very good impression. It's changed a lot, hasn't it?
It has.
Since late 1950s when your grandfather started it.
Yes.
How has it changed?
Well, number one, the river doesn't smell. Okay, that's the first thing, and of course the color is better. There are fish in the Cuyahoga River. Many of the industry have either closed or moved out. However, there is still industry. We still have powdered cement. We still have a steel mill here in Cleveland to not forget about. We have a world port that is up like, I want to say river traffic this last year and this year is up 600%. So it's a good thing. Plus, we have a mixture of entertainment. The Flats East Bank project has been tremendous.
And you give a narrated tour on the Good Time in our final 30 seconds. It's a good way to see the entire city and to see this gemstone on the shores of Lake Erie, the city of Cleveland, and how this city has been built over the last 200 and some years.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. And you love it.
I love it. We're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time.
I have been on the Good Time 3 many, many, many times, and I'm going to tell you, it's always a wonderful day. It's always a wonderful cruise. And a good meal, too.
Oh, yeah. Well, never trust a skinny captain, right?
He's eating on the boat, so you know it's good food. Many thanks.
Yeah.
Good to see you, Captain Rick.
Thank you.
Captain Rick Fryan of the Good Time 3. And many thanks for all that you do, and we thank your ancestors for what they began.
It's an honor.
All right. I'll take a break. We'll be right back in just a moment. Father Bob Steck is going to be here to talk about the Fest 2016 after this. Welcome back to more of Kaleidoscope. You know, one of the largest summertime family festivals takes place in Wycliffe Sunday, August the 7th, and Father Bob Steck is pastor of St. Ambrose Parish. That's located in Brunswick, and he's here to tell us all about the fest. Good to see you, Father Bob.
Good to be with you, Leon.
Always good to see you. You're one of the good guys. I mean, and I really mean that. You and I have been, we've been on programs together for years, and you truly are one of the good guys. And this fest, that's one of the good things in our community, too, isn't it?
It really is. It's from so many families, it's really become a highlight of summer. It's a day of faith, it's a day of family, it's a day of fun, and the reality is it's all for free. It really is. And so, in a time when we see so many fractions in our society. This is one of those moments where everybody gets to come together, regardless of the ability to pay or not, and come together and have a great family day.
Yeah. Now, where do we do this in Wycliffe? Whereabouts?
So it's literally right off the highway at Interstate 90 and Euclid Avenue, or it's about 1 minute off of 271 as well. And it's a 56-acre campus. It's known as the Center for Pastoral Leadership. It's the leadership training ground for our diocese. And the campus is large, and for this one day, we literally build a little bit of a city of God. So we install all the infrastructure needed, from a huge, massive stage to the portlets, to the parking, so that 40,000 plus people can come together and listen to the best of all the Christian bands.
Yeah.
Again, for free. You can come and hear Newsboys, Michael W. Smith, Matthew West, Lauren Daigle. I mean, it is an all-star lineup. In addition to that, there's phenomenal activities, things for the children of God of every age to do, to see, and to experience.
This is going to be Sunday, August the 7th, starts at noon and goes until 10 o'clock in the evening, right there in Wycliffe. Of course, it's a lot of fun.
It's an amazing day of fun.
And it's a lot of faith.
It's a lot of faith. I mean, again, you know, we were talking just even about some of the things going on in our society. So one of the best parts about the fest is it really works to reinforce good values. I mean, family values, community values, and part of the blessing of the fest. So for all the things, if you go to the website, you'd see this. For all the things we put in place, we could do a 3 or 5 day festival.
You're looking for volunteers too, and you're looking for people to help out.
We need about 1,400 volunteers.
You do.
But the idea behind the fest is to bring people together. So, and again, in a time where we see people fractionalized. So imagine like the Cavs parade that brought that 1.3 million together. We're not bringing that many, but the same idea though. How do we come together, celebrate together, and in this case, celebrate what is so important, just good, solid family values and good, clean, wholesome fun, and again, all for free.
God wants us to have fun.
Absolutely.
God wants that for us as well.
Not even does God want us to have fun, Leon. God wants us to be filled with joy. And the more we allow ourselves to be filled with God's love, God's care for us, the more we should literally radiate a sense of joy.
Father Bob, how long has this been going on?
This is the 16th year. One of the things we're going to celebrate this year, because sociologically 16 years is like creating a generation.
Right.
So you're actually going to see a showcase of all the fest themes, you know, for the last 16 years, literally, as we've kind of helped to impact and hopefully shape in a good way a generation.
Now you've got some prizes that you give away as well. It's a lot of fun.
Well, the giveaways are amazing. You know, God bless our good friends from Mark's. We do this like Mom's Relaxation Station, where there's over 200,000 giveaways of different items that moms can receive. In addition to that, you know, one of the best emails we got a couple of years ago is one of the young children driving away with their parents at the end of a day, and they were reflecting as they got like free samples of this and free that. They said, "Mom, going to the fest is like a little bit of heaven. I got to get all this stuff for free."
It's for free.
It really is
and
free.
And it's open to anybody and everybody.
And part of the philosophy of the fest, if you will, part of the vision is to, at least for a day, not only do something that's really good for families, but honestly to do it for free. Why? We work so hard at that because we want everybody to be welcome. Everybody is welcome in the family of God.
We're going to continue our discussion with Father Bob Steck of St. Ambrose Parish, who's here talking about the fest. But you can get more information by going to The Fest, F-E-S-T, thefest.us, thefest.us, or you can make a phone call to 440-943-7662. We've got that number at the bottom of the screen. This touches your heart, this kind of program as well, doesn't it?
It does.
I know you're in the parish and you're praying and you do all the things that Catholic priests do and men and women of the cloth do. But this is fun too, being outside with family.
What I love most about this, and again, you'll see this if you come to the fest, is the gathering together as one. And that really, I believe, is God's vision for us. One community, one people, you know, having a deep care and respect and enjoying each other's friendship and company and doing it in a way, again, that where everyone is welcome.
If we gather together, we can learn from each other and make a better life for all of us on the earth, right?
And again, we even saw this again to go to the Cavs parade, right? All these people coming together. There's an energy, there's a goodness. You know, Jesus even said, wherever 2 or 3 are gathered, there I am in the midst of them, right? So when we come together, we know that God's abiding presence is with us.
And you're going to feed the folks as well.
We're going to give it our best shot. Thank God for Harlan Diamond from Executive Caters. We are equipped to feed all these people in wonderful ways.
Just as Jesus fed 5,000 folks on a couple of fish and some bread.
We'll feed 40,000,
You'll do the same thing.
Amen.
Father Bob Steck is going to stay with us because we're going to talk about the heroin epidemic in this community, and he's going to talk about what we need to be doing from his vantage point to fix all of that. I'm going to take a break. We'll be right back for more with Father Bob Steck after these words. Thank you, Father. Before I continue my conversation with Father Bob Steck, I'd like to tell you about a noteworthy event taking place at Shaker Heights High School July 29th and 30th. It is the play Our Town, and I'm playing one of the lead roles in Our Town. You can reserve your seat by email and reservations by going to reservations4, that's number 4, reservations4 ourtown @gmail.com. July 29th and 30th, Thornton Wilder's play Our Town. I'm going to play a part in that. Good. I'd love to see you there. Father Bob, we were talking about the heroin epidemic. What do you think?
It's certainly an epidemic across the state, and certainly a crisis beyond words. And so at the fest, we're actually going to launch, not just for the day of the fest, but a regional-based awareness program. As we've been talking with so many of our civic leaders, you know, we're lacking that. The parallel I make is, you know, if you go back to the 70s and 80s, we had Nancy Reagan just say no to drugs. Well, we need the community to rally around this epidemic. It is ripping at the fiber of our society. It is intensely painful for families that see their loved ones dying because of overdoses. And so at the fest, we're going to roll out and instigate like this community-based awareness program. One of the two of our main bands, Newsboys and Michael W. Smith, are actually going to convene a luncheon where ministers across the denominations are going to come together, and we're going to first of all talk about the crisis, the epidemic, and how together we can lead a community-based response so that we can create the awareness that people need so that we can address this epidemic, and especially for those families that are suffering, those individuals suffering, that we can offer the care and the compassion of the Lord.
So you're going to do all of that at the fest itself, which is Sunday, August the 7th in Wycliffe, I-90 and Euclid Avenue.
Euclid Avenue,
right
easy to get
area.
to, plenty of parking. Very available.
Well, thank you for what you do, Father Bob.
Well, thank you.
Always good to see you. And God bless you for working with the fest and trying to fix the thing on drugs.
Thank you very much, Larry.
Good to see you.
God be with you.
God be with you as well. And we'll take care. Be well.
This has been a presentation of News Channel 5's Kaleidoscope, a weekly public affairs program brought to you in partnership with the Urban League of Greater Cleveland.